Okay. Ji, namaste to everyone. We welcome you to this question and answer session with Acharya Bramdeo Ji and myself, Manish. And today we're going to be talking about subject matter of the Vedas. But prior to that, I would like to chant Gayatri Mantra one time. Om Bhuvah Swaha Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayam. Okay. Namaste Acharya Ji.
Namaste.
आप कैसे हैं?
That's okay.
Thank you. So the first question of today, Acharya Ji, is what is the subject matter of the Vedas, please?
Okay, namaste and welcome to everybody. The Vedas. First, the root word from Sanskrit is Vid, which means knowledge. And the Vedas, it's in the broad lines, two types of knowledge. One is Paravidya, and the second one is Aparavidya. Paravidya refers to spiritual knowledge, and Aparavidya means worldly knowledge. It's both of them running as dual track of a railway line. So it goes hand in hand. It's not a question that we are going to live only our material life and at some point in time only spiritual life. So if para and apara Vedya are running at the same time in the Vedas give the injunction, Vayam Syama Patayo Rainam, will be masters of both material and spiritual treasures. So it's both of them running at the same time. Then Vedas is known as Jnana-Art, are the largest repository of knowledge. Then it is known as Sattart, Sattart, Sat, Sattar, that is true factual knowledge in the seed form. For what purpose is Labhart, Lab, well-being, peace, and prosperity. And how to reach that is Vedas are Vicharart, that is subject to contemplation, active thought process, and onwards implementation in life. Vedas being in Vedic Sanskrit, different from the Laukic Sanskrit which we know, because to understand the Vedas, we have to go into the same flow of the mantras, the previous mantras, the following mantras, then the subject matter that is running in the chapter. That's why we also get different interpretations of one and the same mantra depending on the also contextual matter. Hope that is clear.
Okay, thank you. Another question I have, why are Vedas referred to as Jnana-Karma-Upaasanaa-Vijnaana?
Very good question. One is when I said Vedas are about Paravidya, is about Paramarth Dhyan, spiritual knowledge. Then I also said it's about Aparavidya, Vyavhara Dhyan, that is practical in daily life. Now if you look at Vedas, it's known as Traividya for Dhyan, knowledge, Karma, actions, Upasana, meditation. Basically, it's also referred to as Chaturvidya, Dhyan, Karma, Upasana, and Vidyan. Let's look at the first mantras of each of the Vedas. Rigved says, Om Agnim Mile Purohitam Yadyasya Devam Ratvijam Hotaram Ratnadhatam. The key word there is Agni. Agni, which we know as physical fire. But Agni refers to multiple subjects. One, it's energy, in whatever form it may be. As science says, energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It's the same energy in whatever form it is. But it also refers to Ishvara, God, as the source of all true knowledge, and also as the light of knowledge. Look at the creation. So many physical sciences and other knowledge which we can grasp from the universe around us. In fact, all the physical and social sciences have come from that. But the spiritual sciences are also there. So that's why it's called Dhyan. Then if we look at the Yajurved, it says, Ishe Tvorje Tvavayavastha. Then it comes to Shreshtatama Karmana Apyaya Dvamaganya. So Shreshtatam Karma, the key word in this mantra there. And the Yajurved is more for the practical applications. It's talk about our human life, day-to-day life, social life, family life, and life at the level of the nation, which is more in the chapter 22. And it goes like this. It's not a question that it talks about only karma, it's also dhyan, karma, upasana, and vijnana, but it's more focused on karma. Karma pradhan, as we say. Karma is the presiding subject there. Then if we look at Samved, the first mantra says, Om Agna Ayahi Vitaye Grenano Havyadataye. So Grenano Havyadataye, realize God within ourselves. That divinity is seated within us and is present everywhere, all around us. We need that connection. And that connection is about upasana, meditation, bhakti, devotion. And understand bhakti from that is following the laws of the creation, the laws of the universe, then the instructions, the guidance of God as Antaryami, seated within us, always motivating us to do good and putting the brake when we think or contemplate on things which are negative. Like whenever we think about something negative, what happens is we have the sense of fear, shame, and doubt. And when we are contemplating about good things, we have the drive, the enthusiasm, the motivation. So that's Ishvara as Antaryami. Ishvara doesn't take our hands to walk around. It's only a guide and we have to walk the way. So that's about Samved, which is also Upasana or Bhakti. Then we have Atharva Ved, which is Vidyan. And the first mantra of Atharva Ved is Om Ye Trishapta Pariyante Vishwarupani Vibrata Vachaspatir Bala Teshan Tanvo Adya Dadhatu Me. So Trishapta, it says know all the things in this world. From the trin, that is the three basic components of primordial matter, which is Prakriti, no Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas, the three components. Up to what? Up to self-realization and God realization. So when you start with Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, you go on the creation process of the whole universe, realize the purpose of each and every element of this creation, like the Sukshma Bhut, the subtle particles, which pertain to taste, smell, sight, hearing, and touch. What we say, the Sukshma Padarth, and then the Sthul Padarth, the gross matter, earth, water, fire, air, and space. So it's all the physical sciences involved there about the creation and everything, but also when it goes to the end, it reaches to self-realization and God realization. So it's Jnana, Karma, Upasana, and Vijnana. So what we tend to do is say, since the subject matter of the Vedas are more focused on one particular thing, like Rig Veda is Jnana, Yajurveda is Karma, Samveda is Upasana, and Atharva Veda is Vijnana, sciences. And Maharishi Dayananda Saraswati gives a very beautiful explanation of science, Vijnana. It says, Shabda Artha Sambandh. Know the word, know the meanings of the word, Shabda, Arth, and then Sambandh. Look at the context, the particular time and context that you are using those words. Like if I say two words in English, it's written the same way, C-A-N as can, or C-A-N as can. One is the verb I can, and the second one is can. You have a can of juice. So the meaning differs according to the context and the way the intonation. Vedas are also like that. In fact, the use of words for multiple things originate from the Vedas, and that's why we say the Vedas are the primordial source of all true knowledge in seed form. I hope that enlightens you on this matter.
I've got another question while you were talking. What I understand is that Vedas is eternal, and even the creation is endless. So if we take Vedas and place it in any other creations, there's no change. I would say there's no tampering. So Vedas can be applied to all the other creations, because in Vedas there's no such places or names or anything that would restrict Vedas to be applied to the other creations. Is that right?
That's true. Vedas has no history, no story, no biography there. And if we go into the depth of the Vedas, it says the Vedas is eternal because that knowledge has been handed over by Ishvara, God, at the creation. So the knowledge is always there with God. Depends on whether it is a present creation, it has been creations before, creations after, that knowledge will be handed in the same way. And the Vedas says, Surya Chandrama Saudhata Yatha Purvam Makalpayat. So creations are also done on the same pattern, on the same process. Why? Because look, the wheel is round, it's a circle. Now, even modern management says don't reinvent the wheel, because if you put it as a triangle or a square, it won't turn smoothly. So it's the same principle that we see in this world, which was there and is there and will always be there in the Vedas. So I brought the example of day-to-day world, how we've invented things and we keep it to that. Okay, as we say, if we take the invention of the electric bulb, the bulbs have changed from filament, now it's gone to CFL, and now we have LED, but the basis is the same. But the most common example is we say the wheel. It has never changed in shape, nor the way it turns. Okay.
Thank you so much for the answers.
Thank you for this session. Let's end it with one Om jap. Deep inhale. Thank you for your attention, and thank you, Manish, for the brilliant questions.
Thank you, Acharya Ji. Namaste.